Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Nurse Judy's Story Time. So, it is Friday, March 20th. The year's 2020, because we need that information. And the second thing I promised that I would try to remember to start each story with is a great big hug. So give yourself a great big squeeze from Nurse Judy to you. Oh, go around the house and give everybody a hug and just tell them what they mean to you and how special they are. And the next time you FaceTime with grandma or grandpa or your next door neighbor or your best friend or your aunts and uncles and cousins, make sure you tell them how much you love them and how much you care about them. Because, that's one of the things right now that the world really needs. Oh, there's an old song way, way back when. It used to make me cry. And it was, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the one thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun. So that being said, right? Because I kind of got some feels going on today. It's just, this is a rough time, and we got to let each other know how much we care about each other. So I found this really cool book. It's interesting how I pick my books. I kind of do a sweep on the floor of the books I haven't read, and the first one that I look at is how I pick my book. And I'm only doing one story today because hopefully I've got a big surprise. I believe Amazon said it was arriving today for you guys for the weekend that I'm really excited about. So, without further ado, as I always say, this book is really cool because it's actually a love poem from a parent to a child, and it's called How Do I Love You? And this is really cool because, sometimes, I don't know, I thought about it when I was a little girl, about my parents loving me. And it's a great way, to show kids just exactly in how many different ways a parent loves a child. So this is How Do I Love You? And it is written and illustrated by P.K. Hallinan. So here we go. How do I love you? Let me count the ways. I love you at your very best. And very worst of days. I love to see you laughing and dancing in the rain. And even when you lose your shoes, I love you just the same. I love to hear you singing. I love to see you smile. I love the way you take each day in your own unhurried style. I'm happy when you're happy. And I'm sorry when you're sad. And even though it may not show, I love you when you're bad. How do I love you? Well, now, let me see. I love the way you act so brave when you fall and hurt your knee. I love to watch you sleeping, tucked away in dreams. I love to hear you whisper all your giant plans and schemes. I love the way you wear your pants with the front parts in the back, and the way you walk around sometimes with your head inside a stack. Nope, sack. That's a hard rhyme, boys and girls. I love to see you deep in thought, and I love to watch you play. And though I'm sure you'll never know, I love you more each day. How do I love you? It's impossible to say. For if I had 1,000,000 days and time enough for all the praise, I couldn't tell you all the ways. I love you. That is such a good book, and it's not a story, it's a beautiful poem. And I know my son is all grown up and he lives far away, and so I don't get to see him. And I tell him I love him a bazillion times while we're talking because I miss him. And I read a book like this and I can picture, that little boy that I had once upon a time. And I think I told him enough so that he always knew how much I loved him. 3 little words, so much power. Now, before I end today, someone shared something on Facebook. And, a lot of times we see stuff on Facebook and it's not so nice. And I haven't had anybody say anything bad about my story time, which I'm really, really appreciative of, because it's just about being kind to one another, I think, and reading stories. It's very simple and very basic. But one of my moms, Indrani, shared something on Facebook, and her words really, really, really touched my heart. I was the school nurse for her boys when they went to my school. And I saw her boys frequently for all kinds of reasons. And they were truly a joy, and I loved seeing them when I saw them. I put my heart and my soul into my job. And it's funny because when I go to work, it really doesn't feel like I'm going to work. And there's a level of guilt because I love my job so much that I can't believe that I get a paycheck for it. I know people in this world don't get that. They go to work, they hate their job, come home, and they come home. I had that. And then I found nursing. And oh my God, it is so fulfilling. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to start this YouTube channel, because I had more to give. I had more that I wanted to share. I don't have, like I said, my son doesn't live here. I have no family where I am. So I have my dogs. And as much as I love to cuddle and hug on them and everything, there's, it's hard when you don't have any family around. My mom lives far away. Both of my sisters live far away. My brother lives far away. It's me and it's my husband. And it's not even, and maybe it is empty nest. Maybe that's exactly what it is. But I think that's why I give so much to my kids. And I think that's why I put so much into story time. And I take the time to put on jammies for a day, or one of my onesies that's a costume, and I do my hair funny or my makeup, and I read stories because it's something inside me wanting to share it with somebody else. So Indrani, the words that you said, I want you to know it was an honor and a privilege to be the school nurse for your boys. And it has been a privilege getting to know you. And I'm right here. So Devin and Ronan, I hope you continue watching. Indrani, thank you for being the amazing mom that you are. And I know you're a healthcare worker, And God bless you for what you're doing. You know, as a school nurse, I'm home and I'm listening to everything, and we're trying to convey it to the district and keep everybody abreast to the changes. And, you know, it's a very fluid situation that's changing every day. And sometimes it changes from this in the morning to this in the afternoon, and trying to keep everybody in the loop of everything that's going on. It's really difficult out here. And, you know, I pray for our country. I pray for my families and my coworkers. And, you know, let's just come together and pray for each other. And, you know, I don't have any neighbors that I can hang out on a balcony with and sing, but I have story time. And so I hope you like it. I ask that if you like it, you share it. And please subscribe, because it's a real neat place to be in Nurse Judy's Storytime world, because it's just a lot of fun, and there's no pressure, there's no stress, there's no worries. It's just a bunch of love and a bunch of silliness, which sometimes that's what we really need, is just something to say, I need a break. I need to get away from reality. That's why I created this, because this is my break from reality. This is where I get to talk to people that I don't even know are out there, but I hope you are, and I hope you're listening, and I hope you're watching. And those of you that are, thank you so much for sharing this little bit of time with me. I really appreciate it. So here's another big hug from me to you, and I thank you all so much for watching. See you next time on Nurse Judy's Storytime. Bye.